maybe give some encouragement to the leaders that maybe they're not in the apex of the organization to make those kind of decisions, or even if they are, they don't have necessarily the financial ability or flexibility to do some of the things you just articulated. What encouragement would you give to them to stay in there because they've got to produce and they've got to, be productive and unite purpose with their work? What just general advice or encouragement?
When Paul and I years ago, we talked about this company that we always wanted to work for, the place we always wish we could work. And a lot of that was not a leader or two leaders at the top. That was having an organization full of leaders. So we really wrap into leadership training, character-based leadership training, and skills training through the entire organization. Even if you don't have any employees that report to you, the fact that you're a leader, so there's not one or two leaders at the top making those decisions. You've got the whole organization buying into courage and duty and humility and integrity and selflessness, and positivity. So we call those things out. We celebrate those things amongst the team. Not a day goes by that I don't get an email from one team member bragging on a team member on their team or another team that says, "Hey, this person really portrayed, the characteristic of an ideal team player," and they
Mm.
call it out. And a lot of that was a subtle shift. It took years. We had to change our hiring practices to hire
Okay.
for character, not hire just for skill. But the idea is that a leader is not a person with a title. It's a person that has influence. And to the very bottom, if you will, of an organization chart, every person on there has influence. Sometimes your influence is up the chain or laterally across the organization, but you always have, and a leader always has influence, but a leader doesn't have to have a title. And
Mhm.
that is kind of the encouragement. You can, you know, you can get more done than you think you can get done, even if you don't have an extra day a week. I say, you always make time for things that matter to you. Make time
Mhm.
for your family. You make time for church. You make time for things that matter to you. So when you pick an organization, maybe that's out doing good, and you say, "Hey, I'm going to be a mentor. I'm going to serve as a mentor. I'm going to make this, 2 or 3 hour a month commitment." Those always pay off. You always seem to find time. You make time for the things that matter. And the big shifts, the 4-day work weeks, and the those kinds of things, they can come when you've risen through the organization or have a voice, a trusted voice. But I think the way you get there is to lead no matter where you are in the organization. When people ask me about leaders at Genesis, I go through the entire org chart. I mean, everybody here, and Kevin, you meet with a group of them on Friday. That everybody here is a leader.
Mhm.